Entire neighborhoods wiped off the map. Families left homeless. A storm so catastrophic it's being called the worst in 90 years. Cyclone Chido unleashed its fury on Mayotte. And the aftermath? Shocking. The details? We reveal them next. Good evening, I'm Coca-Cola. Tonight we dive into the harrowing story of Cyclone Chido, a storm that has left Mayotte, a small French archipelago in the Indian Ocean, shattered. The death toll? Hundreds, possibly thousands. The destruction? Total. But what led to this devastation, and what's being done to help? Mayotte, often overlooked, is France's poorest territory, a place where resilience is a way of life. But even this proud community couldn't withstand the onslaught of a cyclone packing winds of up to 140 miles per hour. Tonight, we explore the human toll, the unfolding rescue mission, and the deeper questions about climate change fueling disasters like this. Cyclone Chido tore through Mayotte on Saturday, a Category 4 monster packing winds stronger than most hurricanes in recent memory. The island's residents had little warning, and the storm didn't spare a single corner of the archipelago. Entire neighborhoods of makeshift homes were flattened, trees ripped from the ground, boats capsized or destroyed. Even the airport's control tower was damaged, leaving the island virtually cut off from the outside world. Mayotte's prefect, François-Xavier Beauvais, described the scene as apocalyptic. His words, "This is the worst cyclone we've seen in nearly a century." And the numbers, they're grim. The French Interior Ministry has confirmed 11 dead and 250 injured so far. But officials fear the real toll is in the hundreds, possibly thousands. Now imagine this. You wake up to find your home reduced to a pile of twisted metal and splintered wood. This is the reality for thousands of Mayotte's residents. One villager, Chad Yu, shared haunting images from his hometown. Fields stripped bare, almost every tree leveled. He said simply, "Mayotte is destroyed. We are destroyed." And it's not just homes. Hospitals, schools, and government buildings were also ravaged. Residents have no electricity, no clean water, and limited communication. Aid workers arriving from the nearby French island of Réunion describe scenes of utter devastation. And yet, in the face of such unimaginable loss, the people of Mayotte are holding on. But for how long? This isn't just Mayotte's tragedy. It's a wake-up call for the world. Cyclone Chido is part of a growing trend of stronger, deadlier storms fueled by climate change. Experts warn that rising ocean temperatures are supercharging cyclones, making them more frequent and intense. For poor nations like Mozambique, Madagascar, and now Mayotte, these storms are catastrophic. They don't just destroy homes, they erase futures. UNICEF has already sounded the alarm, warning of potential outbreaks of cholera, malaria, and dengue fever in the storm's wake. Meanwhile, calls are growing louder for wealthy nations to step up and help mitigate the impacts of a climate crisis they've largely caused. So the question is, what can be done to prevent the next Chido? And so, we circle back to the question we began with. What happens to a community when its very foundation is ripped away? Tonight, Mayotte grieves its dead, searches for its missing, and begins the slow, painful process of rebuilding. But the story doesn't end here. It's a story about resilience, yes, but also responsibility. Who will step up to ensure Mayotte doesn't face another disaster like this alone? And how do we protect vulnerable communities around the world from the growing threat of climate change? Tonight, we leave you with this. Cyclone Chido is a name Mayotte will never forget. But will the world remember? Or will this be another tragedy lost to time? Let us know your thoughts. For now, I'm Coca-Cola, and this is your world, your story. Good night.